This is Jimmy Kimmel. And by the way, if you don't believe it, this was also Jimmy Kimmel. Yeah, he did both. Another person being caught for blackface. We've already talked ad nauseum about Howard Stern and how he has basically been a little more apologetic and has been giving much more of himself, regretting and atoning for his sins to the disciples of Hollywood for whatever reason. So the late night hosts have done the same. The two Jimmys is a tale of two Jimmys. So already know a few weeks ago, Jimmy Fallon got hit for his Chris Rock impression in 2000 on SNL. Well, Jimmy Kimmel, he used to do some pretty raunchy shit on The Man Show. Basically, a kind of a copycat from Howard Stern, just the same idea. And on The Man Show, hey, they're very sexist, very raunchy. Him and Adam Carolla, they're not afraid to say it. At least I don't hear Adam Carolla, regretting what he's done. He doesn't care. I mean, that was part of where he went, and I think he really did pretty well for himself. Jimmy Kimmel took this show. He's been on it for, 18 years? And now here he is. To his credit, he took a show that, and when ABC didn't have a late night show, put it on, was able to get some numbers, and now he competes with Colbert and Fallon. And now, of course, with no Letterman around, of course, late night just kind of went to a little bit of a doldrums. So they're all competing for 5 million people total at late night, which is not that much. Not compared to what Johnny Carson and David Letterman used to get back in the day. Just saying. So Kimmel says now he's going to take a time off for this summer. Says he's going to take time for his family. But the truth is, he is going to go away because he used to go ahead and play up, dressing up like Karl Malone and wearing blackface. And in fact, he did it several times, it looks like. So here's what he did. So he's facing pressure because he doesn't want to go what Jimmy Kimmel, or what Jimmy Fallon had to go through, where he got sent with some psychologist and they had to go ahead and, you can look at the face of Jimmy Fallon when he had to go and do apologizing. And look at his face when he had some psychologist, some therapist trying to talk to him about his white privilege, and just looking at him, you could just tell he's like, please get me the hell out of here. Please get me the hell out of here. So here we go. So Kimmel and Jimmy Fallon have found images from their past in blackface circulating on Twitter. So with that, Fallon apologized on June 1st, used the show to discuss issues of race and racism with the president and chief director of the NAACP, Derek Johnson, CNN anchor Don Lemon, and anti-racism educator Jane Elliott. And then we got Karl Malone, played by Jimmy Kimmel. And in this story, Kimmel played himself to play characters of The Man Show. Now, this is a deceiving headline, Daily Mail, because you're saying from 1999 to 2004, he played Karl Malone, but I'm pretty sure he only did it in one segment. Come to think about it, it wasn't more than just one segment. Just one. But it's one too many, obviously. For most people, they didn't like the fact he did it. So with that said, he's left. And he's not addressed the controversy. He fled. He fled to his big multi-million-dollar home with his family. This guy who wants to go ahead and complain to us about, his kid not going to be able to get insurance, or, it's Trump bashing, whatever. I mean, when it's all about him and he's worrying about, attacking everybody else, he gets attacked, he has to go ahead and flee for cover. How hypocritical is that? And by the way, no apology from Kimmel. What does it say about this guy? Jimmy Kimmel, man. I used to think he was okay when Ben Stein's Money, Man Show. He kind of just had a smug attitude. And look what he does now. Now that he's big, super powerful, he feels like he's invincible. And he's on the side of, I'm not with the racists. I'm not racist. Well, look what he gets here. He's getting a pass. But he doesn't get to apologize like everybody else. Just saying. I look at that. I look at Jimmy Fallon. Look what Jimmy Fallon had to go through. I mean, Kimmel, yeah, he probably sees he's going to have to go through this bullshit, but he thinks he's going to go ahead and lessen the blow by getting away for a month, because he knows that all this stuff that's going on right now, the movement that's going on that's against racism right now, everybody getting canceled or castigated or getting brands, removed and monuments toppled, all this kind of stuff. All this, you got to ask yourself at the end of the day, what is it really doing? Because the truth is, what are you going to do by getting Jimmy Kimmel off the air? Do you think they're going to replace him with somebody black? Is that what you really think they're going to do? Ask yourself the question. Do you think they're going to get that? And is that show going to be something that will be, subservient, or will it be well positioned to go ahead and put black culture on a different light? Do you think that's what's going to happen? No. You think ABC is going to do that? The Disney and ABC? No. They'll find somebody else. But you're not going to make any big changes. You're not going after ABC itself. And Kimmel gets a pass. So why is it we're not hearing any outcry for Jimmy Kimmel? I mean, he did just the same thing as Jimmy Fallon. For whatever reason, Jimmy Fallon gets to go ahead and get attacked, and Jimmy Kimmel doesn't. Why does he get a pass? I mean, you know why. I mean, just ask yourself the question. Why would you go ahead and let that guy go through? Because he wants to go ahead and play along being woke. But then when he gets called out for it, oh, well, no, I'm going to escape. He's a pussy. That's what he is. He's a pussy. Jimmy Kimmel. It's a shame what he's put himself through, what he's done to himself, and where he's basically let Hollywood just destroy him. He's so happy to have Matt Damon be like his personal villain and have all these different guests on. And when he gets to go on before the NBA Finals and have all these different, basketball stars and do his little stuff, that's the mean Twitter, the mean tweets, all the stuff that he does. He gets this adulation from Hollywood. Gets this nice green room for all these people to go and come in and chill out. Okay? There's a lot of money being put into the show. This guy gets every Hollywood talent he wants. They all come to his show. This guy, as everybody else in Hollywood has to fall in line and start capitulating to Black Lives Matter, why does this guy get a pass? I haven't heard one thing from him. Have you? Why is this guy getting all the chance to pass? This guy that gets tens of millions of dollars a year. And he gets to go and flee. I mean, double standard is bad, man. Double standard. Jimmy Fallon gets destroyed. And it's not like there's anything about, there's not everybody that goes ahead and bashes the president like you're supposed to, I guess, right? Which, it doesn't matter. You do it anyway. So Jimmy Fallon does the same stuff basically that Kimmel does. But why is it Jimmy Fallon gets hit for it and not Jimmy Kimmel? Someone want to explain that to me?